Good afternoon, David Elementary School, and welcome back to another great broadcast of TNN Tiger News Network. Miss Lofton is on again today. She's going to talk to you guys about math and also have a special birthday wish that's going to be on at the end of the show. But before we get to any of that, let's go ahead and get over to some lunch.
I think it's time to get some lunch. Lunch, it's time for lunch. Lunch, it's time to munch, crunch, eat a bunch. It's time for lunch, not brunch. I'm starving. Lunch, lunch, it's time for lunch. Lunch, it's time to munch, crunch, eat a bunch. It's time for lunch, not brunch. Eat some cheese, peas, broccoli, greens, beans.
That's your lunch for tomorrow. Now, we're going to head on over to Miss Lofton.
Good afternoon, DES. So today we are going to finish up our discussions about the math practices, and today we're going to be talking about student math practices 6 and 7. So student math practice 6 is we will attend to precision. I will precisely communicate using math vocabulary and symbols. And so when we think about solving a problem, a lot of times the problem will ask us for a certain answer, and we kind of have to think about what we're looking for. So if I have a problem that says, how many crayons will each student have if 9 students share 27 crayons equally? And so when I think about my answer, and I have 27 crayons and 9 students, and so when I think about what that means, I'm taking those 27 crayons and handing them out to 9 students. And so how many crayons will each student receive? And I want to think about, I'm not thinking about how many students, because I already know that it's 9. And so when I hand out those crayons, I see that each student will get 3 crayons. And so when I attend to precision, I'm thinking about how many crayons each student will get. So we just need to make sure that we use the right units. And when we give an answer in that previous problem, for example, I don't want to just say 3. Okay, what does that 3 mean? When I attend to precision, I understand that that means 3 crayons per student. So just make sure when you're giving answers to your problems that you're very clear and that you fully answer what the question is asking you, and you're using your math vocabulary and your math symbols so that there's understanding with the problem. So that's math practice 6. Let's now talk for just a minute about math practice 7. We will look for and make use of structure. I understand that numbers and shapes are made of parts, wholes, and patterns, and I use that knowledge to solve problems. And so when we think about a problem, let's say 3 times 7. And I might not know what the answer is to 3 times 7, but if I'm looking for and making use of structure, I can think, okay, I can break that 7 down into 5 and 2, okay, because 7 is the same thing as 5 plus 2. So if I break down 3 times 7, I can do 3 times 5, and I know that is 15, and I can do 3 times 2 equals 6, and so then I just add 15 plus 6 and I get 21. So I use something that I know to solve a fact that I don't know. Another thing you might think about is if I see a shape, for example, that has 5 sides, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of shape that is. It doesn't look like a shape I've seen before. So I count the sides, I see that there's 5, and I know that a pentagon has 5 sides. And so then, because I have used something that I know to find something that I don't know, I know that that shape, even though it looks different, is still a pentagon. So that is looking for and making use of structure and realizing that what I know about certain things, I can translate that to help me solve other things. So now we're going to watch 2 videos on Math Practice 6 and Math Practice 7.
Math Practice 6. Attend to precision. Students who are good at math are careful about what they write and say, so their ideas about math are clear. They use the correct labels and units for showing and discussing mathematical ideas. To use MP6, answer 1 or more of these questions. Is my work precise enough? Am I using the correct definitions? Am I using the right units and labels? Use MP6 to solve a problem. Be precise. Maggie bought only paperback books. The clerk told her she owed $15. How does Maggie know that the clerk made a mistake? Maggie knows the clerk is wrong because 2 times any number is an even number. 15 is an odd number, so it cannot be the cost of the paperback books. Ask yourself, is my work precise enough? The answer is precise because the solution matches the data, the problem, and what is true about multiples of 2. Also, ask yourself, am I using the correct definitions? A number times 2 is a multiple of 2. So, the term multiple is used correctly. Connect the math practices. MP6 often connects with MP1, making sense and persevering in solving problems. In this problem, we used MP6 by using precise knowledge of factors and correct definitions. We also used MP1 by making sense of the data and information given in the problem.
Math Practice 7. Look for and make use of structure. Students who excel in math look for patterns in math to help solve problems. For example, they see how 2 plus 8 is the same as 8 plus 2. Or they may think about what shapes have in common, such as number of vertices. Students who apply this practice can see how to break problems apart to solve them. To use MP7, answer one or more of these questions. Is there a pattern? How does it help? Are there common attributes that help me? Can I break the problem into simpler parts to solve? Why does my strategy work? Use MP7 to solve a problem. Use structure. Ask yourself, what can I write on the left side of the balance that will have the same value as what is on the right side? Find 5 different answers. The balance shows that the value on the left will equal the value on the right, 7 minus 4. You might tell yourself, so I will treat the problem like a number sentence. What equals 7 minus 4? 3 equals 7 minus 4. 5 minus 2 equals 7 minus 4. 3 times 1 equals 7 minus 4. 1 plus 2 equals 7 minus 4. 3 divided by 1 equals 7 minus 4. Ask yourself, why does my strategy work? The strategy works because the number sentence helped me find 5 values quickly that were equal to 7 minus 4. Connect the math practices. We used MP7 to solve the problem. But we can also make a generalization about the equal sign based on our work. Making a generalization is part of MP8. We can generalize that you can put any quantity on either side of the equal sign as long as their values are the same.
Okay, so now you have seen math practices 6 and 7 in use, and I hope that we get more opportunities to talk about those in the coming weeks when you're in your class and you're having math conversation. Think about those math practices and how you're using those, and we're going to continue to talk about these more on TNN. Now back to Coach Talbert.
Thank you, Ms. Lofton. You and Dr. Lambert do a great job coming on each week, teaching a small lesson each week to the students here at Davil Elementary School. I want to thank you guys for doing that. I know you don't like coming on every week, but you are doing a wonderful, wonderful job with that. Told you we had a special birthday. Let's go ahead and get over to that.
everybody for the birthday gifts. Remember, tigers travel to the top, and you guys definitely rise to the top. Thanks so much.
Want to wish Mr. Chambers happy birthday. I think it was either yesterday or Sunday. I can't remember which day. But thank you guys for pitching in. All you teachers that pitched in, I want to thank you guys for pitching in for his birthday gifts and all. Look like you got a lot of chocolates to be bouncing off the walls here. And that old manly candle, whatever that is. Really? Dirt? Candle that smells like dirt? Whoever knew? But if you like dirt, you like dirt. Anyway. That brings us to the end of another great broadcast of TNN Tiger News Network. And as we always say, Tigers travel to the top.